Hello, and welcome to my presentation on what inspires me to become a greater version of myself and in the field of teaching, basically. So, my name is Musankosi, and I will be taking you through my inspirations. Number one, first one is my sister, my eldest sister. She is a very kind person, very hardworking, as you can see on the points there. It says persistent. She's very persistent. That's one thing I've learned from her is that whenever she puts her mind onto something, she's gonna go and get it no matter what, no matter how. And if she doesn't get it the way that she would have wanted to get it, but she's always gonna try to find ways into getting or into getting wherever or whatever that she wants. Usually, it's normally the good things. Um, she's very self-disciplined. I've noticed that a lot about her. Um, in a sense that she always knows what to do, like the right things, usually not the bad things. And when I see her doing all those things, when I see her being herself most of the time, I just get inspired by all of that. Growing up, I just wanted to be that kind of person. She's very committed to learning. Ever since I've known her, she's been starting learning from primary to high school to varsity, even after varsity, getting married, having children. She's still a student herself because she believes that you can never stop learning. There's way too much information in this world to just stop learning at some point. There's just no way. So, yeah, I just want to be that person as well. She's responsible in a sense that in the entire family, at some point, she was the only person who was responsible for everyone. And whenever she is going through some stuff, she's the kind of person that wouldn't go around pointing fingers, blaming people and stuff like that. But instead, she would just look within herself and see maybe where did she go wrong? What is it that she could have done better and stuff like that. And um that's very that's a very positive way to see things. And yeah, she's very trustworthy, and I believe that if you are a trustworthy person, that will take you very far as as a person because you will have you basically attract positive energy around you because you are trustworthy. People can trust you with their deepest secrets and all that. Secondly, my country and the country that I currently reside in. South Africa has inspired me a lot in terms of people and as well as China. We don't really share a lot in common, but in a sense, we can somehow, I mean, we do have some similarities in how we approach life. The education systems, the education systems are also not the same, but somehow I've learned to blend them in together to form this one idea in my head of what a good teacher is or what a great leader as a teacher is for students. And in terms of culture, yes, this is a no-brainer. Our cultures are very, very different, but I just fell in love with both cultures because the one from South Africa is the before China was the only culture that I knew that I grew up with, and yeah, when I came to China, I started learning their culture and I just fell in love with it. And yeah, languages. In South Africa, we have so many languages, and when you get to China, you get to understand that it's not just Chinese or Mandarin, as they say it. They also have their own dialects, basically, in a sense that in a city, they might speak something that you think it's just Chinese, and then you learn that language. But when you go to another city, it's somewhat different. If I were to make an example, I would say within the Nguni tribes in South Africa, when somebody speaks isiXhosa and then you compare that to somebody who speaks isiZulu, there are some similarities between the two languages, but they are totally different. So yeah, and as well as a broader perception of reality. That's one thing that I've learned from those two countries uh, between South Africa and China, because SA as it is also a land of endless possibilities. But when you come to China, you also get to learn and explore more things that you are not even aware that they exist, but they are there. And with that being said, yeah, that's my inspiration. Like when I look at China sometimes, I just want some of the things that they do here or some of the things that they have here for my people in South Africa. So yeah, I just think that I get inspired in a sense that I want what they have here for South Africans as well, because some of it we can really learn from it and help us become better, not people, but have like a better system, like a better way of living in terms of safety, for one example. And lastly, my third inspiration was becoming an ESL teacher. At first, I was just somebody looking for a job, and it, due to low, low to no opportunities of jobs in South Africa, I came to China just looking for a job. But ever since I started working in China, I've fell in love with the children. They're really fun to work with. You learn a lot from them. I've got to make friends with my colleagues. Some of them I don't even work with them anymore, but we still keep in touch. I still get invited to events like your weddings, your birthday parties, or any kind of celebration. And as well as the new teaching styles. Like I said in the previous slide, that the education in South Africa is totally different from the education system in China. So yeah, I've got to learn new ideas of how to go about teaching certain topics here in China than it is in South Africa, and also being given some roles here within China's within the schools that I've worked with. Uh, One of them being a leadership position. Yeah, that has helped me a lot because I got to learn how to work with people, how to lead people, and yeah, all of that stuff. So that's all for now, and thank you very much.